What's going on? What's going on? It's Lady Dre, and welcome to Healing Sessions. I hope that you're having an amazing, abundant, prosperous, loving, fulfilling, masterful, harmonious, healing, abundant day. I hope that this message finds you well. So, excuse the windshield wipers in the back because it is raining where I am. However, you know, the trees need to eat too, right? But so I just wanted to come and share a quick word with you because, you know, today was an aha moment for me, you know. And the crazy thing is, because it wasn't like I didn't already know this. However, I think sometimes we get so caught up in the hoopla of just having this, having that, you know, that we tend to just forget like what really matters, you know what I'm saying? And I can't speak for everyone, I can speak for myself, you know what I mean? I know that I have over the years strived to just make sure that I have a beautiful home for my children, for myself, you know what I'm saying? And just make sure that we are in an environment where, you know, it feels like home, you know what I'm saying? That it feels like, you know, love, you know? And of course, material things don't bring that, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, we all want to live comfortable, right? We all want to be in a space where, you know, it's beautiful and feel like, you know, we're accomplished or whatever for that matter. And so I had an aha moment because I was talking with someone today, and you know, we was having a really deep conversation, you know, and some things were shared in the conversation, and it really just gave me insight into just how often sometimes we think that material things can bring about happiness. Of course, and we always say this, money doesn't bring happiness. You know, money can't buy happiness, all that stuff, you know. And, you know, some people may, you know, say like, but it can provide things, which it can. You know what I'm saying? I'm not knocking that. It can provide things, it can provide environments, and it can provide a sense of stability. You know what I'm saying? But also too, at the same time, you know, money cannot provide you love, right? Money cannot provide you support in the sense of having loved ones there that care for you, that love you, that want to see you do well, right? That want to see you be your best self, right? You know, and so we were talking and we were having a conversation, and I was just telling them, I was like, you know, it doesn't matter. You can have all the nice houses, all the nice cars you want, but at the end of the day, it doesn't mean that you have a home. You know what I'm saying? It's the people that reside in the home. It's the people that inside the home that share that support, that love, that encouragement, right? That inspiration. That's what makes it a home. So you could be living in a shack and your house be full of so much love where you don't even realize that you're living in a shack, because you know what, you're provided so much love within that home, right? So much support, right? So when you do go out into the world and you see people with all these things, you know what I'm saying, it still doesn't allow you to fall short of who you are, you know what I'm saying? Because you know where you come from, right? You know just what's required, you know, to be in a home, you know what I'm saying, and feel love and feel support and feel cherished and feel nurtured, you know. And those things money can't buy, you know. And sometimes, you know, as we're in life and, you know, we want to grow up and we want to, you know, make things happen right away, and we want to be in a space where it has to be this instant gratification, like, but at what cost? You know what I'm saying? At what cost, you know, are you willing to sacrifice yourself, right? Your stability, your support system, for what? You know, I get it that we all want to grow up, and granted, you know what I'm saying, I'm at an age where I have my fair share of growing up, you know what I'm saying? And listen, I'm still growing up. And not in the way that you think, you know what I'm saying? In just the way of just continuing to learn myself, right? To develop myself, right? To be able to be in a space to, you know, stand on who I am, right? But it took me time, you know. I'm 43 years old. It took time to get to this space where I know who I am, right? It took time for me to be able to go through experiences, you know, witness, you know, shortcomings, failures, disappointment, you know, rejection, all that in order for me to be in a space to be where I am right now, you know what I mean? And sometimes I think as we're growing up and whether you be new in your spiritual journey or, you know, maybe being a little bit more seasoned in your journey, we're still growing, we're still learning, we're still evolving, right? And, you know, and not to even give too much into detail, but, you know, I was asking God, like, well, why is this happening? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I couldn't understand why this situation was happening, and really it was just kind of just like, but I was trusting God. I was trusting God that, one, it was going to be revealed when it needed to be revealed, right? But two, that also, you know, for the people that involved, it would allow some growth, some learning, you know, some advancement, you know, but things had to happen. And to be all the way real with you, it wouldn't need to happen, would have not happened if it was under my watch, if that makes sense. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because certain things needed to happen, and if the people that were involved were around me, certain things wouldn't have happened. But also that means the growth wouldn't have happened, right? Because sometimes, you know, we can learn from people's experiences, but then we also have to learn from our own experiences, and sometimes it's just, that's the reality of it, you know. You're going to learn either way. You can either learn the hard way or you can learn the easy way, you know what I'm saying? And sometimes you have to learn the hard way, you know. And so, yeah, you know, but I had the epiphany, and it was just like, you know, I felt like, you know, definitely as I was even growing, and just being a mother and knowing what it's like to struggle, right? Knowing what it's like to not have support, knowing what it's like not to feel like you have anyone in your corner, you know. And I want to even share a story. I was dashing because I door dash on the side, and I had to pick up this dash for a lady, and she was buying some, like, this was around like Easter time. She bought some flowers. She bought some she had bought like 2 pails. She bought like some grass, some candy, and bought some wine, and I would deliver it to a lady that was in a hotel. And so I was reaching out to the lady that asked for the DoorDash. She was like, you know, I'm just buying this for my friend because she needs some uplifting. And I was like, wow, that's a really good friend, you know what I'm saying? But I believe the friend doesn't live here. And so and I was like, wow, so it made me even more so just want to make sure that I got everything that the lady needed, you know what I'm saying, that was, you know, in the order or whatever. So I was like, you know, we need people like that in the world that, you know, want to see people feel better, you know what I'm saying? Because, yeah, life can be hard, life can be difficult, and the reality of it is sometimes, you know, we are out here by ourselves, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes we are out here, you know, just trying to make it, just trying to get by, just trying to survive, you know? And so, so some of the stuff that she wanted on the list, you know, I had to like make some subs or whatever, but I made sure that I got everything that she needed for the list. And so that I go to deliver it. And I don't know if the friend knew that it was coming. So I go deliver it to her, whatever, and her, you know, her kids are outside playing in the hotel, at the hotel, and or my motel, whatever. And so you could tell. So when I walk up, you know, she had the door already open because the kids was outside playing, and you know what I'm saying, it was just like, you know, whatever, fairly young kids or whatever. And so when I walk up, you know, I'm like, you know, of course I had to see her, check her ID, because, you know, I was delivering wine or whatever, and so she was just so shocked and surprised at the same time that, you know, her friend thought of her, you know what I'm saying, and wanted to make her feel better. And it was just crazy because I was like, wow, that's friendship, you know what I'm saying? You know, that's what support looked like, you know? And even for a second, it made me kind of feel away because, you know, I have been in a season where, you know, a lot of people were cut off from my life, you know what I mean? Of course they needed to be. But to say that I had a group of friends, like, no, I don't have that, you know what I'm saying? But I do have my support system, but to say I have, you know, a plethora of friends, I don't, you know? And I'm not sad about it, you know, because, you know, I'm serious about my growth, right, and my evolution, right, and my spiritual journey. And if you hinder that in any way, like, you're just not going to be a part of my life, you know. But so, you know, I gave her this stuff or whatever, and you could tell that she was just so happy and excited that somebody thought of her, you know what I'm saying? And it just made me think back, like, when I was younger and that my kids were smaller, you know what I'm saying, and just how hard it was to just survive, you know what I'm saying? How hard it was to just make sure that, you know, we had a roof over our head, you know, make sure that we had transportation, you know, make sure that I had a job, you know. It was difficult. And it made me just think back of just like how God has kept me all these years, you know what I'm saying? Even when I wasn't on the up and up, you know, God has always kept me, you know. And it made me just like, you know, for even that second, just be like, wow, you know what I'm saying? Like, the things that we complain about, the things that we want in our life, not to say that you can't want things, you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that you can't want things or want better for yourself. I'm not saying that. However, like, sometimes, like you have exactly what you need, you know what I'm saying, to be great. And sometimes we be thinking that we need more. We need more of this. We need more of that. We need more of this. And it's like, no, like, you have everything that you need. Like, you have your health. You have your mental, you know, your mental capabilities. You have, you know what I'm saying? Like, you have so much. You have love within you. And we be so busy trying to find, like, stuff on the outside, the external factors to be able to make us happy, to make us feel good, to make us love ourselves more. And it's like, no, like, you know what I'm saying? It start with you. You know what I'm saying? It start with you being a good person. It start with you, you know, moving in integrity, moving in love, you know? And it just made me just like, even, you know, just be grateful, you know? Grateful that I understand, like, life be hard, man. Especially when you doing the right thing, you know what I'm saying? You ain't out here thotting and bopping, you know what I'm saying? You ain't out here just, like, wilding, you know what I'm saying? You trying to actually, like, you know what I'm saying, make a stable home for your family. Like, it's hard. It's hard, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, you could easily, there was so many times I could easily just be like, you know, F my integrity and go out here and do this and that, you know what I'm saying? Like, but no, again, I wanted to create stability for my children, for my daughters, so they know, like, you know what I'm saying, not only are you loved, but you are loved, you know what I'm saying? And you ain't gotta be out here doing X, Y, and Z, you know what I'm saying, and have your integrity lost, you know, because of a simple fact, like, because you need money. You know what I'm saying? Because you want to be like everybody else, you know? And I get it. Listen, I get it. We all have our life lessons. Like, I've had plenty of lessons where I've had to learn coming up over the years. Listen, if you know any of my story, you know, like, my story has not been easy at all, by any means. You know what I'm saying? I've been alone for a long time, and I'm talking about just like in a relationship. I'm talking about just even as a child, just being in a space where I had to fend for myself, take care of myself. You know what I'm saying? That's what allowed me to be self-sufficient. That's what allowed me to teach my girls to be self-sufficient. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that you don't need people. I'm not saying that. But the reality of it is that, you know, you just want to make sure that your self-respect is intact, your integrity is intact, you know, because at the end of the day, it do mean something. And I know we in this world where it may not mean crap, you know what I'm saying? I know we live in this world where it may people look down on it. People look down on positivity. People look down on, you know, you doing the right thing. Like, I get it. I get it. But it do mean something in the long run. It do mean something. You know what I'm saying? And it's like moments like that where God is always reminding me, including today, where I have the epiphany. It was like, you know what I'm saying? It don't matter, like, you know, it don't matter what your house look like. It don't matter what your car look like. You know what I'm saying? But listen, but who are you? Who are you? And I'm not talking about what it looks like on the inside. I'm just talking about in general, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes people be thinking because they don't have a nice house, like, people look down on them. People look down on you because you might live in the hood. You know what I'm saying? People might look down on you because you might drive, like, you know what I'm saying, a not so updated car. You might not drive a foreign. Then people will be miserable. How many people be miserable? You can be living in a mansion and having the most exotic cars and be miserable as hell. Your integrity is shot. You know what I'm saying? Like, it don't mean nothing. It don't mean nothing if you don't have love in your heart. It don't mean nothing if you don't have truth in your heart. It don't mean nothing if you ain't got you know, you don't appreciate the people that really support you, that are down for you, that really want to see you doing good. It don't mean nothing if you out here just wilding and making sure that you make everybody else's life a living hell. It don't mean nothing. So you can have the nicest car all you want to. You can have all the clothes you want to, all the designer bags you want to, but your heart, you're not right on the inside. And it shows by how you treat people. It shows by how you move out in this world. It shows how you look down on people. You want to smile, or you want to call somebody broke. But look at you. You compromising yourself every single day, so you can get likes on the gram, so you can get followers on YouTube. You compromising yourself every single day. But you want to call somebody names, or you want to look down on somebody because they don't have designer bags, or they don't have, like, come on, like, it's just, listen. And it's not even to talk down on nobody, because listen, I'm telling you, at the same time, I've been there. And that's the only reason why I can sit here and tell you this, because I've been there. I'm not going to sit here and share nothing with you on the strength of, because, you know what I'm saying, it sounds good. No, because I've been there. I know what it's like to be on both sides of that. To have money, to not have no money. To be a cheater, to be cheated on. I know. To struggle, to not struggle. I know. I've lived in big houses, and I've also lived in little ones. None of that matter at the end of the day. It matters about how you moving out in this world. You know what I'm saying? And you just got to be mindful of, like, how you moving, what you creating. Because at the end of the day, you never know who's watching you. And it just was a reminder for me today, just like to just be, again, grateful for just like my support. The love that I have in my life. You know what I'm saying? And forget the people that don't get it. Forget the people that don't know how to show it. Forget the people that don't know how to share it. You know what I'm saying? And again, it's just like right now, like I said, we in eclipse season, we in Mercury retrograde. And a lot of this stuff is coming up for us to be able to really just like understand like just the importance of like just where we are, the times that we in, you know what I'm saying? And if you moving risky, guess what? It's gonna be risky. If you moving where you don't care about who you allow in your space, who you allow in your bed, like, it's consequences to it. It's consequences to it. Be mindful of who you allowing around you. Listen, people, I can't stress this enough. Like, at the end of the day, people are going to only show you what they want to show you. But at the end of the day, you got to trust who you are, trust your intuition, trust and know that whatever it is, what's being shown to you, that's what it is. Not the illusions in your mind of, no, it's gonna be like this. If I stay long enough, it's gonna act like this, or it's gonna be like this, or it's gonna look like this. No, no. People are who they are. Trust that. Understand that. And it ain't no shade, because guess what? God meets where we at all the time. I wasn't always here. I wasn't always here. So that's why I can sit here and tell you that, because I understand, like, you know what I'm saying? If it wasn't for God's grace and mercy, understand me, if it wasn't for God's grace and mercy, I wouldn't be here today. So it's not even about looking down on somebody or somebody being less than you. No, because guess what? God meets where we at all the time. And the thing is he's willing to. You know what I'm saying? He's willing to. But you got to also be willing to show up for yourself. And this wasn't even supposed to be like, no, like, it was just, I really just wanted to share some words with you, because at the end of the day, I feel like sometimes we be so caught up in just, and again, I'm not even speaking for everybody, I'm speaking for myself. You be so caught up in, you know what I'm saying, what just life. You know what I'm saying? And then, hold on, y'all. Okay, sorry, y'all. But we be so busy, we be so caught up in life, where we be thinking that, you know, we gotta, again, like I said, we gotta have X, Y, and Z to be great. And that's the furthest thing from the truth. The furthest. This must be a really bad accident, because they got the whole thing blocked off. Father God, just watch over whoever is in the accident, watch over them and protect them. But yeah, you know, I get it. I get it. You know what I'm saying? And I appreciate those moments where God humbles me. You know, I appreciate those moments where God lets me know, like, girl, you thinking that your life so this, that, whatever, and like, you got it good. You got it good. You know? And so I appreciate those moments. I appreciate those moments where God lets me know, like, you tripping. And not to say that, again, I'm not saying that he's not saying that I can't have nice things or better things or more things. I'm not saying that. He's not saying that. But he's just saying, like, just be appreciative of where you are on your journey. Be appreciative of what you have. Be appreciative of understanding that, like, life can be a whole lot different. And I ain't talking about things. I'm talking about just the things that money can't buy. You know? So I just want to encourage you, like, just be mindful how you moving. You know? Slow down. Enjoy life. Enjoy whatever it is, whatever season you in. Whatever season you in, enjoy it. Because one things are always going to be temporary, and two, know that, like, at any moment your life can change. At any moment. At any moment. So I hope that, you know, I hope that I just hope that you just know how special you are, and how dynamic you are. And that all these outside factors don't mean nothing. You know, they temporarily make you happy for a split second, and then you on to something else. You on to the next bigger house, the next nice car, the next nice bag, like, and forgetting just even how to appreciate that you are in a space where you wasn't always there. You wasn't always there. So I love y'all, you know. I appreciate y'all. And yeah. Y'all be easy.